Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be testing out and reviewing the KKW Beauty, what is this called? Correct, Conceal, Bake, and Brighten bundles. Kim Kardashian recently launched some correctors to go along with her concealers that are supposed to completely take care of the under eye area as far as concealing and brightening and staying in place all day long. So I bought the entire kit for today's video. It comes with two different concealer brushes. These two right here. This is concealer, what is it called? Concealer Duo brush number 1, Concealer Duo brush number 2. You also get to choose a concealer shade. I chose the shade number 8, which looks like this. This is the one that I saw her, Kim Kardashian, using while she was doing like her how-to video on Instagram. I thought, once I looked at the shade, I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure that that's a good match. And yeah, I like it. I like the way that that looks. And then you can choose a corrector shade, which will then give you a baking shade that matches the corrector shade and a brightening powder shade that matches the corrector shade. So if you choose shade number 2 for corrector, then you're gonna get shade number 2 for the baking powder, and you're gonna get shade number 2 for the brightening powder, which looks like that. I purchased number 3 in addition to the bundle because I wanted to see what it looked like. Now, since I did grab both correctors, I will use both. I'm gonna use the more salmon tone corrector under the right side and the orange one under the left. See if it makes a difference. We're gonna follow along her tutorial that I saw a few weeks ago on her Instagram page. I figured it would be a fun video to follow along, and that way we're using the products correctly and we'll see how they wear throughout the entire day. So I'm gonna be, where am I at? I'm gonna be sitting over here and I'm gonna have her right here following along.
Hey guys, it's Kim and I will be showing you guys how to do a full KKW under eye concealer look with our new system, Correct, Conceal, Bake, Brighten. I will be showing you guys how to use our Correct, and then we will conceal, then we will bake, and then we will brighten. First, instead of starting with Conceal, Bake, Brighten, we are gonna start with Correct. So this formula is so blendable and creamy.
All right, so she's applied quite a bit. So let's do that, shall we? So this is the corrector number 3, which is what she's using. I'm gonna apply it over here on the left side. And she's applying quite a bit. I think I'm just gonna do that. I think I don't need more than that, right? And then I'm gonna do number 2 over on the right. Like that.
And you just dab it anywhere that you're dark. Sometimes Mario would put it like around here a little bit just to blend it. You can put it on your upper lip if you have melasma.
I guess I could do a little bit right here. I'm not really sure which shade I'll do number 3. I'll follow along. I don't typically correct around the mouth area, but I can see a little bit of darkness, so could benefit from it.
We take our little sponge, try to blend it all out like evenly, but you'll still see the tone. It'll just like block out the blueness and the darkness. Once you feel that you have this base of the color that's like a wash now, still there, but it kind of blocked out the color, I am now going to use our concealer. You know what? I used to be color 7, which is a bit more pinky, and now I've gone into 8. I'm just like really into 8.
All right, so now that I've got corrector on my face, I like to apply foundation and then conceal. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of foundation all over the face and then come back to continue along with her tutorial. All right, foundation is on. Let's continue.
Something that I also like to do is kind of go a little bit more down like the sides of my nose. And just the middle of my forehead.
Now, since she is using a makeup sponge, that is going to absorb some of the product, which is probably why she feels so comfortable with using so much. All right, now I have my clean beauty blender. Let's blend this out.
Since the corrector's underneath, like look at that. Our concealer, you guys, has so much coverage. It's amazing. So I wanted a formula that was extremely creamy and blendable. And you just really push it into the skin.
Okay, so she's definitely not lying when she says that the concealer is going to deliver a lot of coverage. This is definitely a lot of coverage, but it was a lot of concealer. All right, There we are. As far as concealer goes, I like it. I like the way that it blended out. It was really, really easy to blend out. It's very, very creamy. So it's doing a lot. It's doing a lot. It looks pretty hydrating. But that I can also like, I'm a little concerned that it's too hydrating because that will settle into fine lines. It will move around sometimes. It's just, they're unpredictable. I think creamy concealers are unpredictable. So let's keep following along.
Okay, so now that I'm corrected and I'm concealed, I need to bake. And I like to use baking number 2. Baking powder is amazing. And I like to use our little brush, and I use this side with the sponge. I wet it a little bit. And I just put it on my under eye.
I'm not a big fan of baking because I feel like a lot of the time it kind of like takes some of the coverage off. I don't know. When I've tried to do it, it makes my under eye area feel super dry and it lessens my coverage. Am I the only one? Let me know. Whoa, that's bright. All right, so while this bakes, I'm going to take care of the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, finished pretty much the rest of my face, my lip, everything's good. Let's continue.
Okay, so now I did my bronzer, I did a little blush, and I did my lip. And what I'm going to do is take the other end of the brush and I'm going to wipe off the baking because now I've spent the time doing my other makeup that it's actually had the time to bake. So I just literally dust it off and that sets it completely in.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get rid of this, which like I already know the coverage, it's just like, it does it every single time I bake, regardless of what powder I use. I feel like it's kind of pointless, honestly. Baking to me, absolute waste of time. Like, why does anybody do it? Like, anybody with dark circles should not be baking. Look at that. I had coverage. Bye-bye coverage. And you see, and over here, I can still see like the orange corrector through here, just a little bit. You can see it more so in person than on camera. No, no, no.
Sometimes while I'm just touching up, I'll add a line on my, crease of my cheek just to kind of bake that a little bit more. So the last step, so I put some of my baking down my cheekbone just to make sure that it gives me that extra little snatch while I'm just doing my finishing touches. I'm going to take our KKW Beauty dual-ended brush, and I like brightening powder too. It's like a pinky little brightening powder, and I'll just put it right under the eye. Anywhere there's like a little bit extra darkness that you just want to brighten, I just add it there. If you just want to really spot set it, I'll use the smaller brush. And it really just takes away all excess darkness. And it is like satin smooth finish. I will kind of dust this side off and just kind of dust all this off now.
Okay, so taking number 2 brightener, I'm going to take the same side that she used first. And yeah, this needs more brightening because I feel like the baking really set us back here underneath the eyes. Yeah, it's not, for me, it's not doing what it does to Kim K over there. I don't know. I think it's making the under eye area look worse, in my opinion. It's just, I feel like if I was able to completely conceal the under eye area with this, then the brightening powder would be like a nice finishing touch. But because it is not, it just looks worse. Although I feel maybe this side looks better than this side. Even though this was a little bit orange, this is hiding that quite nicely. I don't know if I like that brush very much for this. There we go. Much better. It's like just way too small for what I'm trying to do with it.
So this is the final look. We used our corrector, our concealer, we baked, and we brightened to get the perfect under eye flawless look.
All right, so this is what I am left with. Let me zoom you guys in so that you can get a better look at the under eye area. All right, so here it is. Looks a little bit dry, just a little bit, and it's not completely concealing, of course, but it honestly doesn't look as bad as I thought it was going to look. So there's that. So I'm going to continue on with my day, and I'm going to check in with you guys in a few hours from my car so that you can see this under natural light. Give it a chance. Why not? It might surprise us, right? It is currently 11:57. I'm gonna wear this the entire day, and yeah, I'll check in with you guys in a few hours. All right, finally back in my car. It is 3:08. This is the current situation underneath the eyes, and you know what? I'm like pleasantly surprised. Obviously, coverage is lacking, so I feel like the baking also is making it feel a little heavy and just a little dry, but looking at it up close, not bad, right? Am I crazy? I don't know. I don't think it looks that bad. Anyway, I'll see you guys back at the house in a few more hours. All right, so I'm back for my final check-in. It is currently 7:25, which means that I've had this on now for like 7.5 hours. Now, before I get into what I think, I'm going to zoom you guys in so that you can get an up-close look at the under eye area after 7.5 hours of wear. All right, so here it is up close and personal. A little dry, obviously. That's how it was earlier, so I didn't expect that to change. And of course, not enough coverage, but it hasn't moved around. It has not separated. Everything stayed pretty much in place, which I am surprised by. All right, so now that you've gotten a closer look, I hate to do this to you guys, I really do, but this is definitely going to be a to be continued because I want to test these products out again, but I want to test them out in a different way, not doing the baking and all of that, doing it my way, because I feel like some of these products have potential, like especially the concealer. The concealer actually blended out really nicely and it concealed really well. But yeah, after the baking and all of that, it just kind of went downhill and I lost coverage. So I'm gonna test it out again, but I'm gonna test it out my way. Now, as far as these guys, you don't need them. You really don't need them in your life. Like, I don't know, I might use this one again for like contouring, like just blending out my contour or my bronzer or something like that. But just because I have it, now if I didn't have it, I probably wouldn't buy it just because I have like other brushes that take care of that for me. No problem. There's really nothing special about it. Is what I'm trying to say. Nothing incredibly special that you like, I would say, yes, go grab this. Absolutely not. The sponge side is like super stiff. And I just, no, I'm not a fan of that. This is just like a typical eyeshadow brush, honestly. So there's nothing really special about the brushes. However, I'm going to test everything else out in a future video. Probably won't be the next video that I post, but perhaps the video after that. And yeah, I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you posted on whether or not I can make this work. As of right now though, I would say no, didn't work. It didn't really conceal, and yeah, no. But we're going to test it out again, so stay tuned for that. So that completes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I truly hope that you enjoyed this video and that you found it helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on future videos. And also don't forget to follow me over on Instagram, where I absolutely love to interact with you guys. As always, take care, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah! Bye.